In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the coolant crossover pipe on this Ram 1500. This happens to be in the 3.6 liter V6 engine. Let's get into it. And with an 18mm socket, I'm going to loosen up the drain. Make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. And you want to make sure you do this while the vehicle is cold. You don't want to do this while the vehicle is still hot. And drain the coolant out. Now to help it drain, we'll take the cap off. It's going to help it drain a lot quicker. Using a 8mm socket, we're going to loosen up the worm clamp. Take the snorkel and slide it off. And same 8mm socket, loosen up the worm clamp near the throttle body. There's a connector right here, just push down on the tab, slide that off. I just grab the engine cover in the back, pull up and outwards. There is a hose. We're going to have to pop that hose off. Just push down. On the other side, you push down and then it slides out. Disconnect this vacuum hose. We're just going to push these little lock tabs and then just push them down. That's going to release the lock. Set that aside. Disconnect the connector up here. Just push down on the tab. Slide that off. I'm going to pop off this retainer here. You can use a trim tool. Just pop that off. Then the wiring harness is attached to this bracket. You want to pop those off, the retainers. One down there. Just pop that up. Sometimes they break. Another one there. That's good. And these lines right here, just get behind here with the trim tool. Just slide that off, just so it's out of the way. Don't bend these too much. Just get that released. And with a 16mm socket, take these bolts out. Slide that out. And grab the bracket. Just slide it down and out of the way. We're going to take this hose off. Just use some hose clamp pliers. Slide the hose clamp down. You can twist the hose back and forth a little bit. See if you can pop it off. If not, you can use a pick. And just release it. Slide it off. You might have some coolant come out of there. Put a drain bucket underneath just in case. Yeah, a little bit of coolant there. Now we're going to take the thermostat housing off. Use a 10mm socket. Take that lower bolt out. Take the upper one out. Slide that off. Grab that and slide it out of the way. Now we're going to take the bolts off. Use a 10mm socket. Take these all out. With that one, be careful near the belt. grab the crossover and just pull it straight out. There it is. You want to take a razor blade or scraper, just clean off any excessive corrosion or gasket material. That's good. And just take a rag and some brake parts cleaner and just wipe it clean. Looks good. All right, make sure the gasket's on the back. That looks good. Line it up and get the bolts started. It can be longer bolts and shorter bolts. There we go. And the two smaller ones, there and there. And I'll snug these down. Now going back and torque these bolts to 106 inch-pounds. Take the thermostat, you want to take the gasket off. We're just going to use a pick, get underneath there, slide it out, take the new gasket, line it up, and push it in. All right, that looks good. Now slide this in place, take the screws, get those started. Started. Torque those to 106 inch-pounds. Take this hose, move the hose clamp. Get that in position. Slide it on. Rock it back and forth. And release the hose clamp. Now take this bracket. Slide it in place. And we're going to rock this over the hoses right there. Get the bolts started. The bolt. I'll tighten these down. And just tighten those down. Snug. good. Carefully slide this bracket over. That's good. You can take the push retainers and push those in. If yours broke, you want to get some new ones. And last one right here. Trim the excess. Take the connector, lock it down, and then push it in the retainer right here. And the vacuum hose, it's going to go on the end. Slide it on, lock it in place, make sure it doesn't come off. Push on the retainer right there. Now take the engine cover. Just line the throttle body up. Get that in place. Slide that on. Slide that in place. And the other one. Take this hose, line that up. Lock that in. That's good. Now tighten this worm clamp down. Take the connector, line it up, lock it down. Now line this up and snug it down. Now we're going to close the drain. Just snug it down, not too tight. You can also use a hex socket, a 10mm hex socket. That works as well. Now I just have a funnel in the radiator and I'm just going to fill it with the appropriate type of coolant. That coolant's full. Now I can take the funnel out. Put the radiator cap on. Then you want to run the vehicle for about 15 minutes, checking to make sure it gets up to operating temperature and make sure the engine isn't overheating. After that, shut the vehicle down, let it cool for a while. After it's cooled down, check and adjust accordingly.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.